Ụtụtụ ọmanụ ụmụ ọdịnala Igbo, asị m ka chi tata bụ orie ritere anyị ihe ọma ma ripụrụ anyị ihe ọjọọ. Anyị na-akpọku mmụọ onye na-eri oke n'orie ka unu bịa kwudoro anyị n'ihe niile anyị ga-eme n'ụbọchị taa. Ọ na-akpọ all the water elements ka unu kwudoro anyị ka anyị dee ude, ka anyị pụta ihe n'oge awa nke eziokwu a. Aka m bụkwa onye nke gị, Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu na oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa gbaa afa miri emi, rụkwazị ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazị m onye nchụaja na ọdịnala restoration prayer ministry, bụrụkwazị onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. My mission is to help people live better life. Akụzi n'ọta. Whatever you are, your challenges today, someone has been there, but today the person is smiling, and your own case will never be different as long as you do the needful. Very important. So, and whenever you are having challenges, try to reach out to multiple people. There must be someone out there that the chi and the image will like to use to help you. Don't say I have tried one or two people. Keep trying while doing the needful. You may ask me the needful. The needful is being on the right track, doing the right thing while soliciting for help. You can't just fold your arms. N'ụbọchị taa, isiokwu anyị bụ convenat. The importance of keeping covenant, oath, and agreement in ọdịnala Igbo. Mana before gaa n'iru n'isiokwu nke ụbọchị taa, isiokwu nke ụbọchị taa is mind blowing. Ọ bụrụ na ị gee ntị na nkụzi nke ụbọchị taa, believe in me, you will learn a lot. And a lot of things will start changing. There is some positivity in your life that can only be changed if you change the negative mindset. As for me, Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi, I don't believe that nobody here are not possible. You understand? You can have tests, yes. You can have challenges, but nothing is impossible if you can only be consistent. I keep saying it because I'm a living witness. What the condition you find yourself does not even start today. So don't expect it to vanish today. It's a gradual thing. Keeping the tempo, consistency, you win the rest. Before nga n'iru na nkụzi nke ụbọchị taa, echefukwana na aja anyị na-achụ kwa ọnwa nke ọnwa April ga-ebido na April 6. So ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ iso na ya bụ aja anyị na-achụ kwa ọnwa, ndị mmadụ ebidogo ori dị ebe afa ha. I send them message na ị chọrọ iso na ya bụ aja. Ka esi esonye na aja ya bụ aja, ihe niile n'aka gị to donate a token to an account created for it. Then forward your 3 prayer requests. Ka anyị nyere gị aka kwubie okwu chụọ aja dị iche iche na onye bụ ọnọdụ kachiri mma wee dị. Like I always say, distance is never a barrier. It's unfortunate that some people might tell you that na ọlụ mmụọ na distance is a barrier. It's never a true. Kama na ọ bụ ihe mmadụ emewuru uche na ọdụrụ possible. Ka ngwa wantane mara. Since na onye na-echere gị aja echiche, na-ejere gị aja ije, does not require your presence to do negative work against you and it come to pass. O nwere ọrụ ọjọọ mmadụ nwere ike ịrụ n'isi onye nọ ebe a, onye n'obodo oyibo, nọ Canada, alụ ya na Naịjirịa, ọ na-ebutere ya ntichasị aka. Mmụọ nọ na Naịjirịa, mmụọ be nna ya ochukwara, a na-ebutere ya ntichasị aka n'ebe ọ nọ. Ịghọtara ya? Etu anwa ka mmadụ nwekwara ike isi wee lụọ ọrụ ngọzi, yọkwa mmụọ na ebe a ka ọ gọzie gị, even while you are in Toronto. Ịghọtara ya? Kama na ụfọdụ nwere ike ha emewuru ya. Ọ bụrụ na ị nwere mmụọ na-apụ apụ, nwere ike ma ha emewuru ya, ị ga-enwerịrị mmụọ na-apụ apụ, mmụọ na-eji olu na-eji Igbo, ya ka ọ ga-eji dị possible. Maka na ihe anyị na-alụ bụ ihe mmụọ. So ikwena ka mmadụ ọbụla gwa gị na ọnọdụ gị ekwerozi mmekwata maka ihe n'ịnọ mba ofesi, ọ bụrụ eziokwu. Ya gazie. My mission dịka onye nchụaja bụ ikwubi okwu n'isi ndị mmadụ, ma ndị nọ na ana ma ndị nọ na mba ofesi, ka Chidimma wee dị. Then feel free to chat Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu when you are truly in need. Dịka onye nchụaja, I will do my possible best to help you. I answer my call myself. I respond to my messages myself. And they can as well do video call. If I'm doing work, certain spiritual work, I need to concentrate. However, if you call me, I did not pick, just drop text message or voice note on my WhatsApp. When I'm less busy, I can assure you with the same day I must respond. Maka na ihe ndị wee nọrọ bụ to help people live better life. So for that reason, I will always pay attention to people's needs. N'isiokwu nke ụbọchị taa bụ convenant, oath and agreement raised on your behalf. It can be family agreement. It can be agreement reached with your Ismail's personal agreement. The importance of keeping those agreements is very paramount. Now, dịka isiokwu anyị si wee dị, ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ nọ n'ihe mgbu today because of negligence. I keep saying 14, 12, 4, 6. My people are suffering because of ignorance. Igbo adage says, onye amara ebe mmiri bido mabịa ama ebe ọ na wee kwụsị. Asịkwa na ọwụ na-akpapụ ogwu ọ bụ elu ana. You must start from scratch. You must always do the needful. Ka Chidimma wee dị. Ada ahapụ isi gwọbara ike ajụ. Follow who no road. So ihe m na-ekwu n'ụbọchị taa bụ 1 bụ learn that it is a must for you to keep every agreement raised, because enwelo law of reciprocal actions. Whatever, the word is like garbage in, garbage out. In spiritual realm, whatever you sow is what definitely you must reap. Learn how to sow positivity into creation. Whatever good seed you sow is definitely what you are going to reap. So always sow positive things. Always sow good seeds so that you will reap good deeds. In creation, whatever you give is what you will get. That is why even if you planted a corn, it will germinate, and once you nurse it, time for harvest, you will harvest multiple corn. So whatever you are doing, worth doing well in creation, whatever you are doing, worth doing very, very well. Learn how to honor agreement. Learn how to keep oath. Learn how to keep covenant. Very important in creation. In Odinana Igbo, example ka mmalụ ga-atụ ka ị wee ghọta the importance of keeping oath, keeping agreement. Your forefathers, why what I'm telling you now, why you are suffering, why what is happening to you today is still ongoing, is because you have not done the right thing. Because you have not done the right thing. That is the simple reason. Let me give you an example. You are in your father's compound. There is what we call ofo. Enwere ike ọ bụrụ na ngwurube nna gị na-enwere ọfọ ngwuru. Ọfọ your ancestors. Ọfọ eji wee hibe ngwurube nna gị. That offer is a symbol of oath, of agreement, a symbol of covenant. How do you treat the offer in your family, the family offer? I'm asking you. You desecrated the offer. You even invited an efurefu from another place in the name of say or pastor, say the name of anything, I don't care, to come. Where you have offer? Where me otono? What do you expect from the other side of the world, the spirits that had agreement with their forefathers who instituted the offer? What do you expect? Let me paint another picture. Your grandfather or your great-grandfathers, for reason best known to them, erected an obi, had agreement with the Ndichie, and Ndichie nwoke ma Ndichie nwaanyị, ezumezu mmụọ nọ na nkwu, to erect an obi. Obi is a sacred place set aside in Nguru, in the family land, for a sacred place for the Ndichies. And during the consecration, call upon the Ndichies to please dwell in that obi. And that obi should be treated as such. It's like building a building house for Ndichie. Let me put another picture. Obi is like building what would the culture people normally call it? What they call chapel. Is where you will stay to communicate with the other medium, the spirits. It's a sacred place. Okay, let me use my as an example. Obi was originally built in our own obi by our great-grandfathers. Now, man, I was in obi, I went to obi. My father was not the first son. Hello, my father and obi. I wept one. Man, onye nọzi ka ndị ọkpara ha n'ebe anyị si wee gbasa n'obi anyị happened to be onye eriri. Do you know what the man did? He went and desecrated the obi. Today, as we are talking, he pulled the obi down. But since that time he pulled the obi down till now, His life has been turned upside down. He is down. I was even discussing with his wife, elderly wife, yesterday, that look, the man in question is sick. Let me put it that way. Now, I told his wife the problem of Nai, who happened to be her husband, is because he did what is wrong. Originally, the man was supposed to be a chief priest or a dibia. Let me put it that way. But eriri n'ụka, ọbanye ụka chegharịa. From there, a na-agwazi ya na mmụọ dịbe nna ya na-akpọ ya oku ka o mee ihe o kwesịrị ime. Fonyanwa, o believe na ya ka eje destroy ya those artifacts, those symbols, those monuments, thinking that destroying those monuments will set him free. Alas, today as we speak, he's very sick, acting abnormal for desecrating holy things. Let me tell you what this man did. He committed atrocity, apology. At a certain time when we are small, from Obiaye, his father happens to be an also title holder, the oldest man in our clan then. This our father happens to be the okenye at the orts oraifite born in our clan, of which I'm the oldest man in my clan, which I'm praying for. I will be the chief priest there. His dad is an also EZE-ANA title holder. Example, let me show you my njata. This is called njata. It's not the same thing with, you can see some people that maybe, I don't know what they are doing, they will go to market and buy one rope and wear it, one fanciful rope. It's not the same thing with njata. Yes, this one is njata for us EZE-ANA. This njata you are seeing is not ordinary rope. Yes. Any day I want to remove this thing, even when after living my life and I pass on, before this rope will be removed from my leg, one mpi must be there. Ofu okoba ga-adị ya, ofu nnekwu ga-adị ya, ji 9 ga-adị ya, ọjị 9 ga-adị ya, ose ọjị 9 ga-adị ya. E wee jebe n'ihu ana. Ana ngwuru ọzọ EZE-ANA wee jee mee mmemme dị na ya before eghebie this njata ọkpa, before I will bury it. You cannot bury me with ọzọ EZE-ANA njata ọkpa. Whenever I finish living on earth and pass on, the rite must be done before this njata must be removed. You got that? This njata ọkpa is what this our nai, yes, maka na onye a kwesịrị ịnọ n'obi ebe anyị si wee gbasa, wee jesi na ya abago m karizi, wee je were ihe rezọ wee kọtụọ this njata. Why the father is here alive? You will not understand. Cut this njata, put it in the fire, carry his ofo, the man's ofo, and our own ofo, and the ezumezu ihe niile jikọrọ anyị ọnụ dị n'opi. I remember when I was small, I normally throw down to our EZE-ANA, our nine that time, to go and ask him for. He's the one that showed me the offer for the first time. He showed me the offer and even showed me the great offer, the bigger offer we use for that is already made for any high priest in our shrine, Olas. This man destroyed the njata, carry everything traditional artifact in the family and set them ablaze. Even the offer that is meant for last was destroyed. The obi was destroyed. Today, the man is acting abnormal. You got that? So, now, his own is physical. What of some certain people that destroyed the artifact in their own families? I want to use my own, what happened in my own side, as an example to you. So, it's for you to bring it to your own side. What happened to you on your own side? So, there is no way you will destroy every agreement or convenant oath taken by their forefathers and go scot-free. Example, in the Obi, newly consulted Obi, since Neighbor Obi Ayino is the Obi is no more. It means in my own family, inner family, there wasn't anything like Obi. Now, as a new also EZE-ANA in my own clan, I agreed with my forefathers that I will rate an Obi for them. And after I rated, I had agreement with them that, look, that I'm rating this Obi for the glory of the entire family and for the glory of the unborn children to come. I use that Obi to calm them down. That, look, this is the new Obi for also EZE-ANA. That what I need their support and plead with them that anywhere anybody is, as long as the person set his foot in my compound and move or remember the Obi or move towards the direction of the Obi and ask for any problem, let the person problem be solved. Whether the person set his or her foot on the Obi or the person is even outside the country and imagine the Obi and ask for any help, let that person's help be granted. And accordingly, that Obi was duly consecrated. That Obi was duly consecrated as we speak. Every monument that is befitting the Obi is there. Maybe after this lecture, I will go and video the Obi now as it is and show it to you. Now, this man, so after that, I had an agreement with my forefathers that they should protect my family and make my family great. That none of my people will lack. That we made us the great people who we are. After that agreement and soliciting with my ancestors, I now gave them a befitting place. I will go and show you at the end of this video. I built it to the glory of my ancestors. In that will be even my lineage to the 5th generation, my forefathers, my ancestors, like a marble that contains the names of my forefathers is there in front of the Obi. Are you telling me that if at a fool, if for any reason, any of my child, maybe even an unborn child that will come in another generation, we wake up one day and just go there and put the thing down in name of one UK, what do you expect? I built that Obi for the glory of my ancestors and for the betterment of my lineage. And I agree with them that from time to time, I will come there and remember them, do sacrifice for them. Can you do that? It's easier than when what I can in generation to come. You go there and pull it down. What do you expect? It's like you're trying to make the ancestors uncomfortable. The house which you did not build. Why must you destroy what you did not build? Why must you destroy what you did not create? It's my agreement with my ancestors. Now, why must any of my unborn child that will come in next generation or generation after will come and go and destroy it? Do you think even where I will be in the spiritual realm, I will be happy with it? The person deserves Budala, Caning, serious one. Do you get? Now, do you know the agreement I have with them that, look, I will give them a befitting abode, a befitting place where they will always be to discuss for the betterment of my family and my lineage. And in return, they will bless me and protect me and grant all my heart desires. You now say that one of will come maybe generation after, you go and destroy it. How do you expect me or even my ancestor to look over it? Because he misbehaved. He need to be canned seriously. That is what he did. Yes, again, you know that he's looking at me. You brought an afraid person in name of pastor or whatever to go and destroy your being that is built in your family, or the monuments in the family, or even sacred trees, or for and rest of them, any of them, or even an altar, okuani, eba oturani, make so consecrate, make an agreement of mando, with the spirits. I don't think you can go scot-free. Let me tell you one thing. There is what we call the act of covenant. The covenant the Israelites has with Almighty Father, Chukwu Okike. Ka ọ ga-abụrụ ha chi, na ọ ga-echekwa ha n'aka ndị ilo mba niile gbara ha okirikiri. N'ihe ama eme ha na ha ga-adị ndụ na ana nke ha. Ha wee nwee igbe ọgbụgba ndụ a. N'ime ọgbụgba ndụ a bụ the 10 commandments is there. Na ha ga-edowe iwu Chukwu Okike is there. N'ihe ndị ọzọ dị n'ime igbe ọgbụgba ndụ a. Igbe ọgbụgba ndụ a mgbe niile ha na-edebe igbe ọgbụgba ndụ a, onwere onye mere ha n'agha. Mana o nwere otu ụbọchị akọrọ na-ebu igbe ọgbụgba ndụ a wee na-aga in holiness, keeping that covenant. A na-efuru efu mmadụ mgbe ọ bazi efu na ọ dị ka asị na ndị bụ ya bụ igbe ọgbụgba ndụ na o nwere ka igbe ọgbụgba ndụ a si chee daa. I think the akwụkwọ ndị ụka ọbịa kpọrọ ya Uli, and I don't have forgetting the real name of that man. The man now went there thinking that he want to help, just touching it intentionally. But for him, it was like he want to help, but he is not worthy to touch or to utter that, to touch that agreement. I want to go back. I said the man was struck dead. He got a na. I could na the more wando, Jengo Ogbuefi EZE-ANA the more wando this Jew. No one was in the Nebuaga, Makana be a jebo and Hane Jaga. I went married. Or only more wando, no one can live as if no Odeka or Darada or they got on our shed and Aha. Somebody nearby, I draw worthy to touch that Igbo bando. Zezie could offer empty helping hand. Immediately you touch that Igbo bando, the man more immediately. You got a man out one dokobia. I have told you that I was a Bible scholar. I read Bible from Genesis to Revelation 3 times. So I want to go about this story. JB a Bible scholar. The common is new one your cobia. Man, I want to go again. Kudos to you. So, Igbo Ogbubando, any Ogbubando Obuna, any covenant must be kept holy. Now, this is Ogbando Nage, where when you know what Okuana, where may install. This is Okuana. This is like an altar for the benefit of your family. What did you do? You went there and destroyed it with an afraid. What do you think that will happen to you? What happened to that particular person, that unworthy person that tried to save Ark of Covenant is what's going to happen to you. In many ways. You might not die, but you might be rendered homeless and useless. Mana ịmara na even Chukwu Oke kwuru na Chukwu nke Igbo na-azụ ụmụ angel ndị ise ụmụ birds of the air. Kerezi maka gị nwa bụ mmadụ kwesịrị ịyọ nri. 3 square meal is a right of every human. Yes, if you cannot afford 3 square meal as in the basic needs, my dear, there is a problem. There is something that is not right with you. It means that you are not even recognized as a child of God. Every child, even you as a mother, are you not trying to make sure that even your children eat 3 square meal? How do you think that Almighty Father will allow you without 3 square meal if you are truly his son or his daughter? Imebiri igbo ọgbụgba ndụ. Imebiri ọgbụgba ndụ ndị nna nna ha enwere ike ọ bụrụ na enwere akwari ọmụmụ idemebie ya. Enwere arọ bi na-agụ mmụọ dị na ngwuru eji chekwa ngwuru idemebie ya. Mmụọ ọtọ na ọ dị iche iche ụfọdụ imebie ya ruo ụlọ imere mpụ. Let me paint another picture for you. Maka ihe nji arụ na-akụzi nkụzi anụmanụ atụgbu ichetaghị ihe m kwuru cheta atụ mmadụ. Let's say that your father was a rich man, build conglomerate, have group of companies. Your father was a successful businessman. Have some business associates and partners. Now, and have some legal agreement and the oath of office with all these conglomerates and associates, including banks that your father normally took loan from, that he used to finance those multinational companies he has. Let's say that your father were conglomerates and group of companies, or some business partners like banks. Or when your father were agreement and oath that now going with some servicing loans, organized service. Go there with all the financial lubrication on those companies. And for any reason, your father passed on. And they happen to be the heir to the conglomerate. You don't know where they inherited those properties. And for your stupidity, you refuse to honor the agreement duly signed, the oath of office reached with your late father, with all those board members, partners, and the associates of your late father. What do you expect? What will happen, one, is that they will try to communicate to you, to tell you the magnitude of what you will face if you refuse to do the needful. And that is exactly what your ancestors and the Monon and Gurubenage are trying to do by trying to putting stumbling block, teaching you small lesson for you to ask questions about what is happening to you, bringing negativity to you. Those are warning signs for you to be sensible enough to do the needful. But what do? You ignore, because you won't really. All that can you open up. Our forces, my people are suffering because of ignorance. Out of your stupidity, you refuse to heed to genuine advice, genuine counsel from your late father's associates and partners. What do you expect from them? Believe in me, they will collapse the entire conglomerate. They will collapse the entire business. Multinational, they will collapse them. With litigations, quality ones at that. Believe in me, you will lose everything. By the time you know what is happening, you will beg it. You will push to the wall. Because there is proper agreement signed with who you represent. Your forefathers, then bringing it to you. And when you refuse, the bank will take over all the properties used as collateral by your late dad. And believe me, you will live like a fool. You will live to regret yourself. What are you supposed to do? Who will you blame when you refuse to do the needful? This is, let me apply it to what is happening to you. Yes, go on now. Upon your forefathers had agreement. Let me tell you what I don't know. The Christianity in Nigeria is only over 100 to over 100 years. The Christianity in Nigeria came 1885, meaning that 1885 is 100 years. Now you can do the mathematics. I'm talking about the agreements your great grandfathers had with Indichie, with Ezumezumo. That time there is nothing like legal, there is nothing like court, there is nothing like police. So the life then is like more of survival of the fittest. Some cowards ran away from their ancestral homes, but your forefathers stood and fought. They fought for your own good. They said, no, I will never leave our ancestral home. I will rather stand and fight for it. For my children, unborn children's sake. That is what your ancestors did. After laboring all this, try, and they never sold any land. They kept it for you. They had agreement with Ogbuefi Aquarium. Arobinago na Ogbuefi money and that they will have a day set aside to remember the Ndichies and the Ogbuefi money. And when you go over to the after having those agreements, maybe from your father, who happened to be Onye Riberi, Wejaboka, and your father refused to tell you because your father did not do it because your father held Gurieri. Mgbe your grandfather na-akpọ ya father ya bịa ka o pay attention ka ọ mara ka ebe Arobinago dị na ngwuru nọ, ka ọ mara ebe akwado ọmụmụ nọ, ka ọ mara ebe nka erie ya erie. Gị nwa tolitekwa continue bad way nna iso. You did not even know where all these things are. Now, what it means that the agreement reached by your great-grandfathers with ancestors was never kept. And patiently, these your elements and the Ezumezu have been there, like a father, calling you my son, giving you signs from in one way or the other, to look back. What do? You ignore them. Now you are receiving brulala. You don't even care. I'm talking to you. You refuse to do the needful. You refuse to ask questions. What are those agreements reached with my ancestors that my late father did not even obey? And for that reason, you are losing a lot. You are losing your inheritance. You are losing your wealth. I'm a living witness. When I refuse to follow the path of my forefathers, my grandfather, let me start from my grandfather was a rich man during his time. Also is a title holder. You understand? Because old in days, for you to be an also title holder, it must be a rich man. You understand? This man has money to the extent that a lot of people borrowed money from him and gave him their land there. Though he told my fathers that whenever their relative of those families came for that land, collect the exact amount they borrowed from me. Release those land for them. To show that man is worthy to even have money to borrow from people. Now, for the sake that we, his children, refuse to follow the path and laid down and the agreement, honor the agreement by our father, those wealth in our family just disappear because of one problem or the other, But when those agreement was brought to my notice, I restored those agreements. The aquarium that was destroyed in my family, I restored it. The ogugus I restored them. The offer that was destroyed by my own late father, because no Jero Kajati of man, he used his mouth he discussed this with me. But when he was telling me, I couldn't say anything. I said that I went him from here. often that great man but my father told me something. But when he was at a certain time, he was like, this is for otufuru. We give me anyway, so this year back, what are the offer when to go to the place? He told me this story himself. But I couldn't do anything because I'm more okay. One of me worry. Till when my father passed on, that offer one ten alpha, that offer so often the baby, we just watch here of all my great grandfathers. Now, well, last year, okay, January this year, EZE-ANA Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi, I restored the obi of my great grandfathers. Then how do you expect that they will not bless me? Huh? How do you expect that they will not bless me abundant? In fact, I wonder how you do quantify that is more than abundant, they will use it. You know that? They are blessing me left and right. Whatever I ask them, they give me. Because I have restored theirs. Do you get? I restored the aquarium. I restored the Ogugos in the family. I restored the Ofo. I restored the Obi. You can see the secret why EZE-ANA is massively successful. I will still show you. I don't want to start showing you. I'm not the type that normally show off. If not, I would have told you what these people did for me. And even will marvel you. So, what I'm telling you is that begin today to know the cause of your problem. Upon a problem, family go where maybe here any agreement reached with your ancestors. Please go and restore them. Upon they know in a position you restore, maybe they bought the first one. You can still be doing something by Echoro Haja. They made it gradually. Was here ha opportunity. Nye gị ihe eji enyere ndụ aka bụ ego ka ibido nwaana nke gị nwaana obi nke gị. Who told you that obi cannot move? If the onye nọ na obi wee furu efu kutu obi, yes, he can. Ebe pụrụ obi, you can restore it. Who told you na ụfọdụ na ngwurube nna gị ebe dị ọkpara na-ewe efuru efu ije gbaa afa? Ọ bụrụ na afa pamitie gị wachie ya bụ ọfọ ngwurube nna gị wachie ya after permit you restore those things, those sacred things, may abandon. You repair them. I don't want to be upset today, but I can tell you that what you are suffering today could be as a result of not negligence, not doing the right thing. Even you as a father, it's a lie. When my father was on your car, and refused to do the things from thinking that if he passed on everything, every other member or his children will be regretted. It's a lie. When my father passed on, the thing fell on me that I will go under. If you don't know I'm off, when my father was alive, I am off. But my father was here. I didn't have an answer. The thing moved down to me. And even if I refuse to do it, it will go back to my children. Do you get? So in matter and also, I won't even want to wine, or will you work up all the Johnny Yalo, Piawas, and then a jazz woman can never at home. Yes, it will take for the party your name as at this score, and after woman also. And believe in me, in Agoni, Maganamua a sendro is for your own good. In Agoni, he hold more responsible. Almost in a ham, he respond a hold one day so hard. Therefore, making your lineage useless. So do the needful. Can you see back? Can you the angry? Because I don't them mad now. Area only up on a call for cinema. Together today, as long as we war, than an abro war, than an abro war. We don't know the appeasement. There are rituals, daily rituals. Now go for they could be yoku. They show her the recognition. Na eribugeri on mekopa they sorry. Small rituals. Ke ga chura aja chua aja ndị ga wara oje wara oje ndị ga turu edo and walk people gradually you be. Once they trust you that actually you came back no bitiwa de tuwa no bigwe pere egwe pia agozie gị. Mana ha nwere ike na-enyo gị ma na iwu ndị okwu dị n'ụlọ ụka okwu dị n'ọdịnala. E mara ihe aka dị eri. ọnwa ajụjụ inwe na nkụzi taa ma nkụzi gboo ma ọ bụ ihe ọbụla ịchọ ka enyere gị aka ma ọ bụ ịchọ ka agbara gị afa miri emi sendere m meseji 08057837672 sendere m meseji na WhatsApp. Ọgwụkwa ndị chọrọ ịwọchị vidiyo in full jee chọọ m na YouTube Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu oraifite. Ihe ndị ahụ ndị kwesịrị ime dan nlerecha vidiyo a tụsara ya ndị ọzọ ya gazie.
Obi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu oraifite nkwado ụlọ na mba esepụtara ụlọ ebe obi ebe a wụ ezumezu ndị ichie ikenga ndị ichie fụrụ ezumezu ndị ichie fụrụ ụmụ ọkụ dị na eje orule eji Igbo na njem oke Chukwu ka aka na-akpọ ọfọ emere gịnị adị ebusa nke ọbara ka ọfọ ọfọ a na-ebusa ọbara dịgasị na efere eji awa ọchị ka ya bụ Obi Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi onye abụ ebe ọnọdụ Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu oraifite nke a bụ akwụkwọ Igbo fụrụ ya ka Ogbuefi ka bụ Ugochi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu ya bụ Obi ilezi anya fụ na Obi ka bụ ezitọ EZE-ANA ji apụ ọnụ na nzukọ ka wee fụ na Obi na-enwe ọpụpụ na mbata na ụmụ mmụọ ji apụ. Ilezi anya ebe a ị ga-afụ the monument a bụ my ancestral history ga-afụ ya enyi Obi enwe na nwa nwa eji efu ishi nwa EZE-ANA nwa Ikeri. This is my ancestral history. Obi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu oraifite. Ngozie n'ọfọ. Obi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu ngozie alụnụ iwe ọchịchị efu na akpụ ụkwụ na na-eyipụ akpụ ụkwụ n'iru bifo mmadụ abala n'ime Obi. Ngozie alụnụ.